I am looking for a home that doesn't sound my alarms. One that visually doesn't ding any stress bells. A home where most of it fades into the background. This season right now that I'm in the middle of, I need a home that is calm, quiet, and not needing constant attention. With 5 kids, I have enough on my stress plate without adding a house that's noisy and visually cluttered. Decluttering has been my journey to finding that visual peace. Once again, I find myself in my living room, staring at it all, and just feeling so frustrated.
We can build it again later once I finish this room, okay?
Today I decided to change it up to find that visual level where every time I look at it, my cortisol doesn't spike and I don't feel anything but peace and almost casual indifference. Today I'm taking everything out, or at least as much as I can. I love the idea of making a space so bare and empty to see how much you actually like or need any of the things that you have. Each time I try this, it ends up being so much harder than I expect it to be. The things on my shelves feel like they themselves don't want to move, like they have a right to be there. So I'm mentally negotiating with each item, thinking it's okay, I'll just leave you out for a little time. And there's always a twinge of guilt. Am I allowed to remove these things I paid for, things I willingly allowed into my home? Can I really just say no and remove them? Can I really just hide them in a box and live without them? Decluttering, in a way, returns a little bit of fighting power back to you. I realize that I can make decisions about how my home makes me feel. Not only in the decorating and styling, but in the removing, editing, and making space. In saying no to things, I say yes to myself. Yes to calmer mornings. Yes to easier playtimes. Yes to less nagging. And yes to a better version of myself. One that isn't always stressed out and ready to snap. One that is calm and proud of her home, even-tempered and much happier with her things. The quieter my home gets, the louder my self-awareness is. It's like I stop trying to fix everything outside of me, and I'm finally able to focus on everything that's going on inside of me, in my mind, in my health, in my family, and everything that I do have power over. Decluttering may seem kind of like an unnecessary amount of energy spent on making your house just peaceful enough for yourself. But it's through making your home feel the way that you need it to. You really are learning to control, again, those things that you have control over, and it bleeds into every other part of your life. If you've been feeling frustrated with the clutter in your home, start with one room that bothers you a lot, one room that you are very often in, and every time you just get overwhelmed. Take everything out, sit in the empty space for a little bit, and put back those things that do not call for attention, that are calmly and peacefully beautiful or useful, and see how that's going to transform the rest of your day. Once this room was emptied out, it felt great to just look at it, just to sit in the emptiness. I think for us stressed out moms, a decluttered empty room is a bit of a haven, a retreat, a way of escape from all the outward stress coming at us. We want to run away from bickering kids, laundry piles, dirty dishes. It feels like this here is something I can fully control. So it becomes a therapy and a break. And what for a while seems like or truly is an escape, it becomes the catalyst to actual change in your life. Decluttering is more than throwing things away. It's a way, a path back to your true simple self. One that has been likely lost or buried by stuff and motherhood. I sit and I look at the empty room. And then I start to put things back. Things that don't spike any stress at all. Things in a similar color scheme so nothing pops out as distracting. My living room comes back together as feeling alive but quiet. I test it by standing at the sink where I often wash dishes and slowly feel more overwhelmed. Does this version of this room cause me anxiety? No. It feels good, calm, and peaceful. I'm not necessarily looking for the emptiest house, although I've definitely daydreamed about burning everything and walking away. No, I simply want a quiet house. My kids are loud enough without any extra noise. Yes, this feels good. Everything that's useful I'll hide in baskets or bowls. The rest will go into boxes to be sorted later. If this has inspired you to tidy up a room in your house, drop a comment below, tell me which room it is and what you want to feel from it. I will now sit and revel in this more emptier, more minimalist style of living room. Thanks so much for watching. Give a subscribe if you like this kind of content, and I'll see you in the next one.